In all hopes, I look for a glimpse of him. And I never have to look far, because wherever I look, I see a piece of his heart. It's the piece of art. When my child looks for me and our eyes meet, they dance without thoughts of getting weary. It reminds me of how I searched for God while carrying my luggage of ignorance and innocence. I traveled far and wide only to conclude that he was home. I feel a sense of stillness, like the soft sounds of a pond whispering hello. It reminds me of his peace that passes all understanding. I feel comfort consuming my heart like a blazing fire, devouring all of my fears. It reminds me of the power in God's words, wiping my doubts away. When God made her, I wonder if he hid little notes with clues of his glory in the cracks of her existence. So as she grows, I'll have gems that'll point me to him. From crawling to running, his parenting is superb. From being a newborn to an adult, gripping him was never foreign. That was something I learned in the womb of his image. Laughter rings like the clash of cymbals in a marching band. The perfect addition to a festive life where the music uplifts gravity and you feel like you're alive. To have a sibling that overflows with joy like an eruption from a volcano on a paradise island. God shows me how in him I can have a good time. Even if the belly laughs leave me weak, I am assured that his joy is my strength, and that I have the ability to rise when life isn't joking around. I wonder if my parents knew how essential they would be to God's plans, how vital they are in the production of my purpose. The love so strong, programmed in their hearts, it's like God has always been proclaiming his unconditional love. And in spite of me watching with a blind eye, because being directed wasn't always on my list of wants, I can see how God leads the blind so beautifully, how he doesn't lead his children astray, how correction isn't a punishment but a reminder that he only wants the best. If breathing wasn't the most perfect deja vu, I don't know what is. Each time I inhale and exhale over and over again, God reminds me that he is the breath of life. He gives life, and even in my wrongs, he still gives life. Even on my bad days, he still gives life. With every breath, God reminds me that he has given me an opportunity to get it right. His forgiveness is broadcasted every day, newsflash. If he didn't forgive, I wouldn't be surprised if the weight of guilt and shame weighed down on us like the weight of space on our shoulders. God gives love. God is love. How difficult it may be for us to forgive. Just imagine what God goes through forgiving us when we find a way to grieve him. It's a refreshing feeling, like a clean home after years of buildup. In every creation, his beauty is glowing. If his creation uplifts him, so will I. If we get a glimpse of his beauty on earth, imagine its wonders in heaven. If we can witness his creations operating in truth without thinking twice, how they fall in line with their purpose, can you imagine how vivid our purpose would be if we operate in him, in truth? He leaves breadcrumbs for us to enjoy until we can feast on the meal. The problem is some of us kick it aside because the small things are too small to count. It's sad how we pass up the opportunity to taste the goodness of the Lord.